This episode is brought to you by Anchor, the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Anchor has the tools that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. Oh, and best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hello and welcome to Life with Francie podcast. This podcast is my driving force to help people find their belonging, creativity, growth, and love, one story at a time. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Now, let's get the show started. Well, I'm back. I took a week off from recording the podcast. It was like I was feeling on top of the world last Sunday and Monday, and come Tuesday, shit went downhill fast. But here I am, I'm surviving. It wasn't that bad, but I am claiming that this is the worst week of 2022 because I sure do not want to relive it or, have another worse week of 2022. This is it. Now it goes up from now on, right? Thank you again for everybody listening to my podcast. Thank you to my coworkers that I know of. I have like 4 or 5 in the office listening. Shout out to them. I love it. Thanks for the support. And my friends, how can I not give them a shout out too? Thank you to people listening. I appreciate it. Now with my new Anchor ad, I get a penny for every download. That's super exciting. I have 8 pennies since I downloaded the app, since I recorded the app. So for me, it's like I got $1 million already. It's a way to monetize my podcast. And I just appreciate it. Every download counts. It meant a lot to me before. Now it means a penny's coming in my pocket. Anyway, so what can I say? I went to, I don't know. I took a break from social media. I needed some time off from work, and when I'm due on scheduled leave, then I prefer to stay away from everything that is social media related. And it helped out too because it was like a detox from being all the time. Because this recording a podcast and marketing seriously is a full-time job. Um, the podcast, as you see, is like less than 15 minutes, but it takes a lot of work. I give mad props to people that record a podcast for an hour to 2 hours or drop episodes 3-4 times a week. This is not for the weak. Definitely not. And when you have a full-time job, that becomes a lot. So it was good to take a break and focus more on my family, focus more on other goals and other things that I've been promoting. Which one of them, if you love diamond painting or you're interested in trying diamond painting, I will have a Zoom meetup on April 8th. It's a Friday and it will be at 6 p.m. Central Time. When it gets closer to it, I will post the link for the Zoom meetup, but all the information will be in my Facebook group called Life with Francie also. I will post reminders and everything if you want to, if you want to get to know me or you want to know more about diamond painting or any other hobbies. We're just going to have some girl talk, or I don't know, maybe a guy will show up. Shout outs to the guys listening to me. So, I have told you guys about the Pandora's box, and it comes out that it was my grandma from my paternal side. I thought I had lost contact with her this week, and that really hurt me and opened other wounds. Thinking that it was because of my biological father that I had lost contact with her, but she was able to communicate with me. And sadly, things for her are not the best. And it really sucks. But I can't go to war with that man, nor do I want to. And I barely can keep myself alive. And she's not up for this life. So it's really, it's something really hard that I'm dealing with right now. And, it threw me off trying to get back to, having to deal with that childhood trauma, having to deal with the triggers, with the conversations that I have with her. It's really not easy. And people always say, like, oh my gosh, Francie, like, you're so positive and you're so awesome and you're this and that. But most of it is because people just don't get the pain that I have, that I carry with me, being dead to some family members when I'm alive. And but it's better that way, for them and for me, not to have contact. I just feel like I can't cut contact with her because she was there even when he wasn't. So, but I have to bless and release and send out a prayer to her. So if you can send out a prayer from my grandma, it will be totally appreciated. She needs wisdom with her Alzheimer's and finding the resources that she needs to be able to get the help that she needs and hopefully get out of the situation that she is in sooner rather than later. Then from there, we go to yesterday, Saturday for me. My Kansas mom called me and she's like, I need to talk to you and to tell me a friend of mine from a decade ago passed away. And um, whew, that one really hit hard. We were waiting for this call for the longest time, but now that it's here, it's it's not easy. I want to talk about her because I want people to know that she was special. I'm gonna try to do it without losing myself this conversation. But when we met, we were working at the warehouse. We call it the plant, and oh my gosh, we were a full. We were always together. I mean, oh my gosh, we had the best time. We seen each other outside of work. She lived with me for a short amount of time, but from that time living with me, I had to cut her out as a friend because she chose um drugs that were really hard on the body, mind, and soul. And sadly, she had a partner at the time that was not the best for her. And a lot of people cut communication with her because of her choices. And it was really sad. I mean, after we lost contact with her, she got shot. She was homeless, but she would not leave the drugs. And that was really hard to deal with. And then we finally got the call. and it's so heartbreaking. She was 38 or 39, and she passed away from a heart attack. She could have been on the list for a new heart. She needed to be years ago, but she chose drugs over her health. And it's really sad that that's why I talk about mental health, childhood trauma, and all the work that I'm doing. I share it in hopes that I give somebody hope, or somebody the tools that help me to help them, because this is what happens when the pain is too much and you don't want to deal with childhood trauma or any type of trauma in your life. Sadly, alcohol sometimes win, drugs sometimes win, and all that is left is broken-hearted people wondering why, thinking I could have done more, and wishing that that wasn't the end. But she will live on the hearts that of people that loved her. Woo! I know for sure she will forever be in my heart. And as of today, I was just like, I'm living my best life. I'm going to do my best to live the life that she couldn't. I really hope and pray that she's at peace now and that she doesn't have any pain. I pray for those that knew her and her family. Whew. So, yeah, you can say that this was the worst week. But things that I did to survive this week was a lot of diamond painting, as prayers from my friends when I felt like I couldn't breathe because it was too much and I was being triggered. And now from my friend, today I posted a video on TikTok being on the swing at the park while my bestie was pushing me. And I was laughing. And I just want to live more of those moments and be more present in whatever it is that is going on in my life at the time. If I'm with my boyfriend, I'm with my boyfriend. If I'm with my friends, I'm with my friends. If I'm by myself, I'm making the best of it, having dance parties, or doing my diamond painting. That is what helped me quiet my mind. Whew. Uh, so, yeah, I wanted to give updates and say what had happened this week. Whew. It's not easy, um, losing somebody that you love, especially one that you wanted to save, but nobody can help somebody that doesn't want the help, and nobody can save anybody that doesn't want to be saved. So if you have somebody struggling with alcohol or drugs, know that they are in pain and you just don't know. And sometimes you have to set boundaries with that person, and that's okay too, for your own sanity, because it's not just about them, it's what the drug is doing in their life and the people that bring around. So I'm gonna try to look for some resources online so I can have it at the description of this episode. And if you're struggling out there, there's resources, there's therapy, there's YouTube videos. You can research or any topic that you would like to know more about. That's all we can do. And sometimes when 24 hours is too much to deal with, like people say, oh, just take it one day at a time. Well, if you deal with anxiety, depression, um, panic attacks, or any type of mental health, sometimes a day is too overwhelming to think about. Just take it 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time, and know that this too shall pass. And there's people out there that care. I care. Excuse me. Reach out to me if you want to, and I can find the resources to help you. Um, and know when you mess with hardcore drugs, sometimes it's really, really hard to come back. And I feel sad. I have lost family members to alcohol, and I have lost family members to drugs. And all I can say is they were just fighting demons that we won't even know about them. We don't know. So now from today on, hopefully things turn around and I will have my best week of 2022. My heart is broken. I am grieving, but I gotta keep going. And now I have to push myself even more, trying to give um, more hope to more people and get stronger, because that's all I can do right now. So I don't know how to end this episode. Just wanted to say, hope everybody has a blessed day. Tell your people you love them, give them a hug and a kiss, and pray for those who are hurting and are fighting demons that we don't even know about. We all are struggling with something, and we just needed to take it day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. But we will get through this. I say when things are hard to always remember this is just for a season. So to my baby girl, um, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry that the world failed you. I'm sorry for the people who hurt you. I'm sorry um, you felt so alone in this world. I pray for her son. He has to be like 13 or 14 years old now. I hope he's okay. I hope somebody like getting him therapy to deal with this loss. Thank you for listening and have a blessed day. Till next time. Bye bye. Thank you so much for listening to another episode. If you'd like to stay in touch or like to support me in any other way, check out my Linktree Life with Francie profile, where I have all of my social media, coupons for my favorite stores, and more. Also, if you like this podcast, it will mean the world to me if you share it with your friends or leave a review. God bless, don't stress. I'll be back with another episode soon.